why is Sunset a special club? If at the end of the game you ask somebody who's just played for you, did you enjoy the game? They will be able to tell us that they enjoyed the batting or the bowling. They'll always have some memory of enjoyment for the game.
Oh, it's the camaraderie. Everyone looking out for everyone else.
Whatever level of cricket you play, you're always welcome. Whatever age you are, you're always welcome.
When you come along and play for Sunset, you're playing for what the club is. Everyone has an opportunity and no one feels like, I'm not good enough. It's very much a case of you're part of the family.
The Sunset Way has become a kind of phrase, I think.
We play for fun, we play for enjoyment. We play to be social, and that is important. Well, in my book anyway. There were 4 or 5 of us who used to play tennis at Topsham. One year we finished in sort of October time, and Robin Rowan it was, said, why don't we do something on Thursday nights during the winter time? I'm Bernie Wilson. We decided to form the Dangerous Sports Club, which probably isn't quite so dangerous as it sounds. My evening to organise a dangerous sport was to have nets at a local school. So I got various people up there. And then afterwards we went back to the pub, as we always do after dangerous sports. And that is part of it. Someone said, gosh, there's 10 or 11 of us here. Perhaps we could form a side.
Bernie is a keen cricketer, and several others were cricketers. So I think that's how it started. It was just an idea around a drink in the pub. I'm Roger Harris, and Bernie wished me to be president.
Rog said, yeah, I could try getting a ground at Exeter where his son plays football. And so, he did that, and I said, right, okay, I'll see if with my contacts, if I can get some fixtures from various people.
Well, I suppose it was a bit hick to begin with. The pitch was rough, really.
It was a football ground, primarily, and with an artificial pitch in the middle. But it had a bar, and it serves us awfully well for 2 seasons, just to formulate ourselves, really, I suppose.
I think it was Bernie or Tom's idea to call it Sunset, and Sunset it was. An early motto was that if the whole team didn't enjoy it, then it wasn't worth doing.
Actually, giving everyone the chance to shine, really, and that is, an important factor. The main thing is that they have an enjoyable time and they go away with nice memories. It was a funny time, really, because we decided to just do this. We didn't know how far it was going to go. We didn't know what was going to happen. The hardest thing was just getting people to play, getting people to believe that they can turn up on a pitch and just play grassroots cricket. And people did, the people of all abilities, did. And some people just loved it. They hadn't been coached, they just you know, so wanting to, they enjoyed those little moments. Woodbury, Alan Beer, who was on Woodbury's committee, asked us to actually come and play there. So we moved there, I think, in our third season.
We met Cyril there, who became president of the club, and he was famous for scoring, and he was a very nice ex-builder who just loved cricket, loved watching cricket, and he was a dear man. The Maltsters became our local pub, and a close relationship was formed between the Maltsters and Sunset, which lasted for many years, and so it was a very successful time.
We stayed there until 2009, I think it was, when Woodbury actually required their ground on a Friday evening for the juniors. So we had to find another ground, and we were very fortunate in getting the Cover Club. Kelly Browning has been a real brick. She's a manager here, and she supported us a lot along that way. And I think it was the move back from Woodbury into Exeter which really made the whole thing actually it started making Sunset grow a little bit further.
My son wanted to play cricket, hadn't played cricket at school. We tried some of the clubs in Exeter. They said unless he'd played, they weren't interested, they didn't want him because it was competitive. And I met someone who belonged to Sunset.
I met Chalky White. Sunset was short of a few players, and Chalky said, why don't you come down and play for Sunset? And I never looked back.
I ran a pub called the Turk's Head, and there was a young lad who came in on lunch, and he used to have Stella for lunch. And it turns out he was related to one of the greatest human beings I've ever met before in my entire life. And that is one young Bernie Wilson.
Bernie and Sunset, wow. Sunset's always had a really good ethos about it. And Bernie has always ensured that. And I think that's one of the biggest things that keeps people coming back. I'm Tom Wilson. The rumours are I'm Bernie's son. It's been hugely important to me, and there have been times over the years where actually he's been forced to come and open the batting, and we've got to bat together, and people have kind of made that happen. But people do that because he often puts himself second, and he will bat at number 11 or not bowl, and he will drop himself for other people to have a game. He's hugely passionate about the fact that everyone comes along and enjoys it.
Bernie is, I think he embodies the spirit of Sunset in that he makes everyone feel welcome. You can tell that he really enjoys his cricket, and that's kind of infectious.
I just don't know how he does everything that he does within the club. He's just phenomenal. With Rosie, who's tremendous.
I know, she's brilliant. Yes, and my wife is, absolutely brilliant. She is the backbone of me, really. She went from not knowing what cricket was to actually reminding me that the test match is on, and that I had to be watching it.
I knew he was interested in every sport. I knew he played rugby and cricket and squash. I didn't know to what extent he did. I'm Rosie Wilson. I suffer by being Bernie's wife. I used to go with him when he was playing for other teams and watch and perhaps get a bit bored by the end of the games. So he suggested that if I took a bit more interest in it, like scoring, then I'd enjoy it more. That's how it happened. And that's how it's happened every week since.
The work she does is immense, really, but no one really sees that. But she is, you know, she is a real driving force behind it all.
I've always said I would like to have just one game, but I can't do that with the score book on my lap.
One of my objectives, being a fixture secretary, was to take Sunset and play at some of the lovely grounds, you know, in the county. Some people don't get to see cricket grounds, you know, because they're hidden in a field somewhere, and we can take them there, play a game, and smile.
The future of Sunset is, well,
More of the same, it just keeps getting better and better. Bernie and all the old stages created something just absolutely amazing, and we have something which is unique, and it's going to keep continuing because it's so good.
its birth was in some ways quite accidental and quite haphazard, and but it somehow I think we've found something very valuable.
What makes Sunset special? You guys make Sunset special. All of you. That's what I reckon.